Head coach in Michigan State football history is a name familiar to Big Ten fans because Pat Fitzgerald has been a successful part of the league for 3 decades. First, a superstar player on those mid-90s Northwestern teams that rejuvenated the program. Then as a longtime head coach in Evanston where he won 110 games. But now he's buying a lot of clothes with green in them as he's in charge of the Spartans, and he's good enough to join us now. Pat, I got a bunch of questions for you, but let's start with this. In what ways will you be different in this job than you were in your previous job?
You know, Mike, it's a completely different environment. I mean, from the minute I kind of agreed and we started going, I go into a compliance meeting and now I'm on the FaceTime with recruits and I'm having conversations about rev share and money and agents. And so where else you want me to go? It's completely different and it's exciting and it's challenging. But at the same time, football is football, and I could not be more honored, humbled, and excited to have myself and Stacy and the boys and our family become a part of the Spartan family.
Will your approach to bringing in players, be it through recruiting or for the portal, be similar or different to what it was previously?
Yeah, you know, obviously you're always going to be unique to your institution, and I'm actively trying to learn as much about every facet of what it means to live in East Lansing, to be here on this beautiful campus, to be, you know, in the Spartan athletic department. So I'm getting that education, but at the core, you know, of who this program is always going to be, and I said it at my press conference, you know, toughness was born here, and it's in our DNA, and it didn't take me very long in the interview process, my conversations with Coach Izzo, and then, you know, my obviously longstanding relationship with Mark D'Antonio and our competition against each other to know exactly what our identity is going to be, aspired to be. I still haven't met a ton of the players. Like, this is just kind of phase one, and man, sleep's overrated. I'll just put it to you that way, Mike. It is overrated.
You know, you led me to my next question, which was when you were coaching at Northwestern, what are your memories of what it was like coaching against Michigan State?
Your nose usually came out a little sideways. You know, I got hit with a ball in practice. I got to get this scar fixed from coaching at Loyola Academy. You got scars, you got cuts. You felt better like Wednesday or Thursday of the next week. You know, it was just every player fundamentally sound. Every aspect was complimentary. And then just a rabid fan base. I mean, you go into that tunnel in Spartan Stadium. I mean, I'm telling you, it was like, okay, it is on. And we've got to, you know, a lot of work to. This is not going to be a rebuild. This is going to be a rebirth. And we've got great players here. I've already watched a couple of games. We need to retain those guys. They're going to be the core of what we're going to do. And then we had an awesome, I'm so proud of the staff that I just met, you know, almost basically on FaceTime on Zoom on Tuesday, the way that they worked their tails off to sign an unbelievable recruiting class that we still got a few more hours. Hopefully we'll see. We're not done yet, maybe. You know, before you know it, half that group, if not 3/4 of it's going to be here. So I told that class, I'm like, listen, we're freshmen together. I'm like, what's that building? Where's this at? You know, I couldn't even tell you which way is north. I know the stadium's north from here. But Mike, if you can't tell, I'm over the moon. We got a big hockey game tonight against a team down the road. There's this devil in a blue dress coming in tomorrow. I was sitting next to Coach Izzo just a few minutes ago. I can tell he's already ready to go in the Breslin Center. So I was supposed to be in Naples for my birthday, and this thing went like that. And I promise you I'm not getting any tanner right now with the amount of phone calls I'm on. So starting to slowly get everything going. I mean, there's so much interest, so I've got to kind of work through things, starting to put one piece at a time together, staffing. But I'm so impressed with Coach Smith's staff. You know, Jonathan is a very good friend of mine, and you know, I talked to him earlier this week, just like Coach D'Antonio, and I'm just thankful for our friendship, and I'm just so impressed with the people, you know, that he has here around, you know, our players, and just looking forward to taking kind of each step one moment, one hour, one half day, one day at a time.
Yeah, I'm sure it's overwhelming right now. You know,
no, it's not overwhelming. It's awesome. We just got work to do, man. So. It's fun.
When you look back at your 17 years at Northwestern, you had tremendous amounts of success. However, those last 2 years did not live up to the standard of what you'd built there. So when you look back, what was different those last 2 seasons?
Yeah, you know, I think in every college football program, you have some ebb and flow. And, you know, we come off, the heels of a Big Ten West championship, and I think we were 10th in the country. And you have what you have happen. You have graduation. You have maybe a mixture of young guys that hadn't played. Maybe we weren't this. Maybe we didn't coach well enough. And we had a couple of tough years, but our staff was relentless in rebuilding that program. And you look at the 2023 season, which I'm so proud of David Braun and the job he did. And I walked out I was told I couldn't go back in the door, and he walked into that role and has done a phenomenal job every day that he's been there. And I'm so proud of him, so thankful for his friendship. But that was my team, and we rebuilt it. And an 8-win team that, say this humbly, but I say it also respectfully. My staff that was there said, "Coach, we were Big Ten West champs, and we didn't have all the chaos that was created if you were here." So I'm proud of those players, man. Like, those are my guys. So, see what Dave's done. It's been awesome.
How mentally prepared are you for Tom Izzo to kind of be at almost every practice?
Oh, he can get in every drill. I was riding shotgun in the Iowa game, and Stacy and Brendan and Jack, and that's what we want to get this program back to. And Jay Batt has made it very clear that for us to be a top 10 athletic department, we need to get our football program back to a top 10 football program. That is not going to happen overnight, but I've met a bunch of the guys here. Their motivation is incredibly high. Their pride in this program is incredibly high. The amount of former players that I've already had a small snippet to have a chance to talk to or text with, the pride of the Spartans it runs deep. And that's why I'm here. Eventually, as I put the staff together here, that's why we're here. And then as we grow together as a program between now and by the time we get through spring ball, we are here to do this. And you kind of storm, then you norm, and then you form. And we're going to be in the storm for a little while. But that's just because of organizational change and organizational restructuring. But we're not changing, what the expectation is and the standard is, here in that Spartan program. We're just going to reestablish it.
It's great talking to you, Pat. Looking forward to talking to you in the coming years. Thanks so much, man.
Honored to be back. Go Green.